Hello and welcome back. Today I have a little compare because I had so many questions about multimeter oscilloscope from Owon. A few weeks ago I had HSD272S and a lot of people told me, it looks a lot like the Hantek and the Owon is a copy from the Hantek and can it do XI mode because I didn't test that. And so I decided to have all three of them. I also picked one from Uni-T. So let's have a closer look. Oh, and these are again borrows from Shop. Well, Shop, thank you again for having these here. Okay, here we have a closer look. Yeah, I positioned the meters a little bit so we can see the display better. We don't see too much reflections on the screen. And here you see the both of them. Well, indeed, they look very, very similar. First quick look is just that the Owon is a little bit bigger screen, but it looks very similar. All the buttons look very similar. And then why I have this simple looking Uni-T also, it's a scope multimeter. It is a different type of display. It also updates only 3 times a second, while these are a lot faster. But it is purely to do with the pricing. Let me get the prices there. I have from the Owon, I have the highest model, the 2-channel 70 MHz, including the signal generator, and that is the HSD272S. And for the Hantek, I did the same, the similar model. Also 2 channels, 70 MHz, including the signal generator. And that is the 2D72. And purely on the price, I picked the Uni-T UT81C. And well, the specs are a little bit different, but as you can see, the prices are pretty similar. And even the Uni-T is even higher. Well, when we look at the frequencies, the analog bandwidths, and the sample rates, you can really see that the Uni-T doesn't really belong in this compare, but I purely did it because of its high pricing. I did find other models from the Uni-T. One, instead of doing 60 MHz, it can do 25 MHz, but then you pay already 320. I found a 50 MHz model, then it already goes to 500. So if I would do a compare, then this one is maybe the closest, the 1062C, and that one is 700 euros. And here we are testing around 250. Well, let's start at the start. How they arrive. Owon, nice fancy box with the black 8V for protection, and it comes with a book and a proper probe. Then we have the Hantek. The Hantek just comes in a normal box, but it is a good protection, and it also has a nice protective case, a little bit bigger. And then we have the Uni-T. And the Uni-T also comes in a nice box. It seems somehow a little bit cheaper, but it's a nice box. And also with an 8V. I will zoom in on all three of them. Well, here are all the three together. Okay, the Owon, well, it's a nice little bag. Because it is a little bit smaller than the Hantek, you need to, yeah, it does fit, but you need to really put it nicely in, try to nicely in. I put the meter upside down because you don't damage the display then with the cables here. It has the USB cable. Well, I used it because I needed to charge it. It comes with 2 cables for the generator, B and C crocodiles, 2 of them, USB cable, and you have of course your multimeter pins, and you have a little USB charger because you can charge it with USB. You charge it here on the side, and you have here also your calibration for the probe. And of course you get a proper probe. And we have the Hantek. The Hantek, also nice. It is a little bit bigger, but it is more or less the same accessories. They are very alike. Same multimeters, cables, same crocodiles, BNCs, and you have here a proper probe. And because this HV is a little bit bigger, you can add your probe also here. And also it charges with the USB, just like the Owon, also here in the side. Only there is no calibration for the probe, there is no probe output. So that is a plus for the Owon. And same here, I put it upside down because I don't want these cables to damage the screen. Only now you need to be careful here, but yeah, the Uni-T. Well, they didn't put any branding on the back, on the HV. There is where you get your manuals. It works with an adapter or with regular batteries. You don't charge this. This works like multimeter from the 80s. You need batteries. That's a bit weird. They do have a USB adapter, and this is not to charge, but this is to connect it to the computer. And I found the software. I just downloaded it from the website. Also, I see now, I didn't notice this before. This adapter is really small. Look at this DC plug on the. So don't lose your adapter because it is a very rare plug. That's a pity. And it does have a scope, but because it only does low frequencies, you get here an adapter to BNC. So it doesn't have a BNC anywhere. I also don't see a calibration. But you do get your nice cables and your multimeter cables. And the back feels a little bit softer, so I think it also protects a little bit less, but then also it looks stronger, less fragile. Well, let's start with some basic testing. Let's see what the multimeters do. Well, they have all a clip, so I can put them straight up. Well, the Owon and the Hantek are more or less the same, but the Uni-T is, it really hangs to the back, but that is a bit difficult to see the display, so I try to position it, and let's start them up. This one starts immediately in scope mode, but I think you can set it back to multimeter. This one, you make your selection here, so I put it to DMM, and it already notifies you where you need to put your connections. These two, okay. This one, you have just a mode button, you just change the mode here. This one does seem to have a 0 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and this one is now in auto mode, so we don't see. Also, I notice it seems that the Owon boots a little bit faster. Yeah. Okay, let's do some testing with my little voltage reference. Um, 2.5 is here, 2.498 with is correct on the 5 volts for, yeah, this is really, I will say this is 5. 7.5, 7499. We go to the 10, 9.999. Okay. Let's see what this one thinks. It is a little bit high. 503. 5 exactly. But it's missing a 0. So I have a bit more resolution on the Owon. This one says 7.50 and the other one said 499 and 10. Okay. Two 502. Five 0. Wow, they all seem pretty accurate. But here also we miss 1 0. The Owon had 1 digit extra. I will put Keatley as a reference. 9898. You see the 5 volt is pretty accurate. .5005 and the 10. Okay, let's do some current measurements. I have here my little current calibrator. 4 milliamps. This one we need to set also to current DC. Yeah. This one, volt DC ohms. How I switch this one over. DC milliamps. Okay. Here we have milliamps. Okay, this is now in the amp. I want milliamps. Yeah, okay. We can try first on the Keatley to have a reference. This is now set to 4. And it says here it is 4.0025. Okay, we go to 10. Well, the Keatley is a bit faster, as you can see. 0, 5, 0. We go to 20. 20, 0, 0, 9, 5. Okay, we do the same. Milliamps. It should say 4. This one is a little bit low. 3.99. Yeah, now it's 4. Okay, that's close. We go to 10. That is 10. 0, 0. Go to 20. That is 20. 4 milliamps. And here it even says in the top where you need to connect them. You need to use, oh, this one is a little bit off, 3.0, but it has an extra digit. Go to 10. Still a little bit high, but less. This is a bit more off. Okay. Let's see what the Uni-T does. This one also has a micro amp setting, so that is a plus for the Uni-T. But here it says 401. 10, 10, 1003. It's a bit off. 20, 20, 7. Okay, let's do some ohms measurements. I have here my other calibration box. I will put it to resistance. I'm going to do ohms, yeah. And this should be 179.98. That's what it says. It says 179.99. Okay. Go to the Owon. Here we need to push a bit more buttons. Ohms. One 79.9. 0.889. Okay, 9. And ohms, this one goes directly. What does it think here? 180.1. And what does the Keithley think? With this 2-wire. 179.957. Well, it says it can also do caps, and I have a cap here. Let's try that. Noise. Diode caps. What does it think? It says 50.70 nanofarads, and it should be 50.705. 50.705. Okay, now we change this one. You need to push a lot of buttons in this one. $50.21. Okay, can this one do this also? Yes, it can. If it switches on. Hmm. 61.8. Well, my Keithley cannot measure caps, so I will do this with my Rosoe. I just switch it on, but it should be close enough. What happens if I do it with like this? It says 57.1. Okay, we have all the standard measurements. Well, I can do AC measurements because I didn't do that before. It's a bit tricky. I think my Variac that the plugs fall out, but I think I set it close enough to, people don't do this at home. I set it close enough to 100. So let's say, if it is within 99.69, yeah, it is. This is not a stable source. Now it's 99.2. Yeah, I don't think you can. 99, now it's 99.8, so it is just below the 100. This is, I should have a proper source, but let's see if it, so I want voltage, AC. Yeah, all good. Let's see. It is a little bit above 100. Yeah, this is not the proper measurement, but I just want to see. DC volts, DC amps, AC volts. Again, you need to push a lot of buttons. Yeah, a little bit above 100, same. So yeah, it's not proper measurement, this. Voltage DC, voltage AC. It is in auto mode, okay. Oh. Well, a little bit above 100. Okay, we'll start with 1 megahertz. I put terminators on the input, 50 ohms. Nice inline ones. I have these, but I also have the other smaller ones, like these. That's also very nice. Then you don't, because otherwise you see, you need to use this. And now they are just in line, and you have them also nice and shiny. But I'm just using now the black ones. And I put 1 megahertz on channel 1. And here's so 1 megahertz on channel 1. Go to scope mode. Here is my auto button. Here is my auto button. Go to scope mode. Auto button. Dark. Okay, both have now 1 megahertz. This one seems super solid. This one is moving a little bit. Let me see if I can put measure system, measure on, select frequency and amplitude and period. Okay. Yes, it says exactly 1 megahertz and 1 microsecond exact. How we do this? Here, menu, measure, on. It just does everything. Well, the frequency he thinks is about the same. Okay, that is good. Yeah, just look at the difference between the two screens. I will change the cables so it's not a generator. So roll that out. No, doesn't seem to be the generator. Now let's see how that works with the Uni-T. We put this thing in. Then I can take this one. Yeah. This one has a lot lower sample rate. But we see something. And it's actually quite stable. Okay, let's go to 10 megahertz. We'll do first the first channel. Okay, it is the Hantek. The other one also. It automatically does the arranging, and here I need to push. It is a bit unstable. This one is fixed. It says it is 10 megahertz. That is correct. This one also, yeah, it is also jumping between 10 and not 10. Okay, I'll take it from the outer button. If you look now at 10 megahertz, it seems that the Hantek is moving a little bit, while the Owon is stable. We can do a little test here with the analog bandwidth. This one only goes to 15 megahertz. I'm now in 1. As you can see, I go up, I go up, I go up to 10. And now it stays exactly between the two lines here. 10, 11, 12, 13. You see it already starts to go a little bit down. 14, 15. Yeah, it is 16 megahertz and it already is smaller. 17, 18, 19. Yeah, and then it goes. Okay, I have now 13 megahertz on the both of them. And well, you can see there is a slight difference between the left and the right. I also had the question about the X and Y mode. I'm going to try that. And also about the analog bandwidth. So then I will connect them to the Marconi. Just we're going to see when really the signal is going to go lower. But first, the XY mode. Okay, I connected now on the second channel here through a T, through a terminator here, and on the other channel I did exactly the other way around. So both cables are terminated and both on the other scope on the other channel. Just to keep it fair, I will switch on both channels on 1K. So I need to go lower here. 1K, second channel also 1K. And first channel is 1K, second channel 1K, auto mode, auto mode. Okay. Okay, here they are. Let's put it in XY mode on. Okay. Mode. No. Okay. This. Okay, now we're going to change one channel. Higher frequency. This. They both do that quite well. Okay, now a little analog bandwidth test. They are both now on 50 megahertz. I will increase with steps of 5. So then we slowly go to the 70 that they both should be able to do. I'll zoom in on the screen and I will increase by 5, 55, 60, 70. And now we need to have a good look when it starts to get smaller. 80. Now you already see it's going smaller. We are now at 100. But it just, this one is now weird. This, yeah, they are both. We are now at 120, 150. $170. Okay, that is funny. It looks like we are measuring like 220 megahertz right now, but we are on some harmonic because they say here 30 megahertz. And here I'm struggling again to find the measure menu. Measure 1. Okay. What does it say here? Also 30 megahertz. So it seems like we are measuring above 200, which is of course not the case. So this is of course not the case. Yeah, here you can see it is going weird. This is 120 megahertz. Now it starts to be normal. Now we are around 100. So if I go back to 90, auto. That is better. Go back to 90 megahertz. And then we can go back to, and you see, 60. This is, it doesn't go down too much. 70, 80, 90. Now it starts to drop. So analog bandwidth really is around 90, and after that you can start seeing all the harmonics it wants to measure. Okay, then I like to check the generators. I don't think technically they will be very different because they are sort of brothers. Let me get the screens right. I think like this. Only thing that I like to compare is how you control those. So if I go here to mode, the generator, we go here to the generator. Here you have the button to change, sine, trapeze, arbitrary, sine, same here, controls, similar, sine, sine, sine. But now we want to change the frequency, and here you can already see where is your cursor. You just go up or down, and you just set the frequency you want. Seems perfect control. Now we go here. I do this, and then if I go up, it does really baby steps, and I can't really move the cursor. This is also up and down. So then I need to push again, but then I get the keyboard. So then I need to type, enter, next number, enter, enter, and then megahertz, and then I have it. Different interface. So in all three of them you can download software from the internet. So I just want to have a look at that, how easy also it is to install. I already downloaded and install it, but really does it detect immediately the drivers, or we just have a look. So lots of cables, we'll test them one by one and we can have a quick look at the software. Okay, I downloaded the software from the official websites, and we're going to start with the Owon. I have here the software. It's the HDS software. I just open it, and I will just put in the USB cable. Nothing happens because I think I need to switch it on first. Yes, and in the left bottom you see immediately here that it automatically checked the USB, so that was easy. I did install this already a month ago when I did the other review, so maybe that's why the detection was easy. But if it didn't detect it, and we can maybe see with the Hantek later, the download comes with the drivers, and we just select the driver later. So let's see when we play with the Hantek. I don't see any signal, so let me put, I think I have 10K. I will put that, push auto mode. Okay, I see it in the screen. How does this work? How can we see what we need to see? I was expecting actually to see now everything on my screen. Get data, maybe? No. Data download. Yeah. Okay. Now this is what we see on the screen. We can change a little bit. No, it doesn't allow. Well, what I did find is that when you stop the communication, then it has the last shot, and then you can indeed change the time, and then you can zoom in, and also with the voltage, so you can have a better look. If I start again the communication, continue data, then you have also an FFT option. It's kind of cool. So you really get extra options now with the software. You can switch on and off these options. Nice. But that's all about, I can see you can probably export the data, change the language, stop this. Data line, data points. Okay, here you can actually see what samples it did. Okay. You can see it even in a table. Okay, well, nice. Then I have the Hantek. I will also just start the software. Yeah, maybe you need to plug it in first, but I don't know. Yes, I will plug it in. Need to switch it on. It is switched on. It is not complaining it didn't find any hardware, so yes, it is a USB device. There you go. Yes, okay, software looks cool. That looks cool. Let me go to scope. Let me connect the same 10K signal to the first channel. Auto mode. Okay, how we start? Yes, it has a signal. Close this over. Try again. Yep, now it's connected. Okay. And I saw there was a DMM mode also. Okay, where's my reference? What is it doing here? It's recording, yeah. Recording exactly what happens. It's a histogram. Oh, cool. Okay, that is an extra. I didn't see that in the Owon software. Okay, then we have the Uni-T software. So let's see what happens with that. That is everything in one screen. I like that. Let's try to switch this on. I'll put it in here. Switch it on. USB connect. Oh yes, it finds something here. Okay, that was smooth. It is now measuring nothing. Okay, then I put my, let me put the voltage reference in there. .5, and it also has a histogram. I like that. 5 volts. 7.5. 10 volts. Okay. Now I put it to DMM mode. The other was the scope mode. So now it's in DMM. And now it will just show you completely different things. So instead of changing things in the software, you just put it in the meter and then you just see what you get. I like that, to be honest. 5 volts exactly. We go again, a little bit higher. 7.5, and the histogram in the screen also. Cool. Uni-T did make nice software. Okay, I switched it back to scope mode. I will now put in a signal. It needs to auto detect a little bit, and here it is. Okay, well, there are no menu options because everything more or less goes automatically. It seems that you can save here your histogram data, and here also you can save, and it becomes a BMP. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, not completely, because nowadays you just use your snipper, and then if you want a screenshot, you just copy the whole screen. And you have your screenshot also, and then you have the whole screen. But it is nice that they built it in the software. But okay, doesn't look bad at all. So that was a very quick look at the software, but at least you had a little view of what it looks like. It's a pity I was showing you little things in the bottom corner in my webcam, but I saw that my webcam just stopped working in the last video of the Uni-T, but I was just showing that it was in multimeter mode. Yeah, well, you've seen that before in the start of the video. But yeah, I made a little list with the measurements that we did, and I have a little list of the specs. I will put it in a little table in the end of the video. Now with that table, you can draw your own conclusions. I'm a little bit biased because I like a little bit the blue one because of the way it looks, and the display is big. And but the rest I leave to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.